What's up, you lovely people? Let's dive straight into a new video. What a bombshell this is if it turns out to be true. So stay with me. We're gonna dive into this ex that reemerged again in the life of AH. And whoa, what? So guys, let's go straight into it. Apparently this is ex-boyfriend or fiancé actually of Amber H. Called Valentino Lanús or Lanús, apologize if I mispronounce, which is a Mexican soap opera actor, which was fairly popular it seems in the time that they dated, which was around 2005, 2006. They've been together for less than a year. Again, a short relationship. But the thing that is most mind-blowing is that appears, and this is total speculation because I have no way of verifying this, that this is actually a message from this guy towards Johnny Depp, and also that this guy alleges that the relationship with AH had some issues, apparently. Again, please, if you can verify this with me, that would be great. Now I'm just reacting to this that I found, this thread. Let's listen together.
A todo lo contrario, ya con lágrimas en los ojos, Valentino dio a conocer lo siguiente. Ella ejerce presión física y psicológica ante los hombres. Y sí, fueron varios motivos por los que y humillación de Amber.
So here I understand that there is she was physical and towards more people, I suppose. And there are different motives of the humiliation of Amber. So please, again, guys, if you, I know that I have a lot of Latin American and Spanish speaking in the audience, but I'm doing my best here to translate. Please leave a message if I'm wrong.
Esto sucedió por muchos meses, pero al final me liberé, aunque es algo que me trauma por vida. Al grado de que hasta el día de hoy aún tomo terapia.
So also this part of the message, it seems that he's stating all of this happened for many months, but at the end I managed to free myself. But this, I paraphrase because I don't know the perfect translation, but algo que me trauma de por vida, al grado de que hasta el día de hoy aún tomo terapia. He's saying that what happened basically left him traumatized and that nowadays he needs therapy. This is what I understand from this message. And again, this is absolute bombshell. If actually this TikToker, muy interesante uno, or muy interesante one, it's actually reporting on a real message that this guy is left. Again, total speculation here, but
es algo que quiero olvidar por completo. Ya para finalizar con su entrevista, Valentino le quiso mandar un mensaje a Johnny Depp, mostrándole todo su apoyo y solidaridad. Valentino dijo que a pesar de que él no puede testificar, sí le dijo que a lo lejos, él está a su lado.
So anyway, this part of the message says like that he supports Johnny Depp. Again, this is an absolute bombshell. Guys, please, if you know this TV station or this interviewer, or we can find anything about this, this will be absolutely valuable because this is an absolute bombshell. I don't know how many times you can put the counter of bombshells somewhere if you want to, but it's true that they were dating, and it's true that they split, and all of a sudden this thing appears out of the blue. Again, also this absolute speculation here. We have this picture. Person is alleging that Valentino has a little bit of strange nose here. By a very quick view, I can tell you something. The upper portion where you have the shadow here is a little bit more orangey compared to the lower shadow of the nose here, where it seems less orangey. Again, could be an effect of the light. It seems he has a little bit of strange nose, something that perhaps he's healing up. I don't know, but out of the blue, this popped out. So we am just following the thread, and there is also this older interview from FHM, which is this magazine, whatever, that is a sort of Rolling Stone kind of thing. Back in the day was both women, rock and roll, I don't know, that kind of stuff. So we look into it, but you see more threads of other people are popping up alleging that in 2005-6 was with Valentino, and he alleges that the relationship was complicated and afterwards he needed therapy. So Valentino also moved on, I read in another article, a little bit out of the limelight for a period. So that would be interesting to hear more from him, honestly. And the reason why I'm reporting on this is first and foremost to either debunk this, because we look into it, maybe more news come forward so we can debunk it if it's not true, because I don't want to spread misinformation. I'm interested in revealing the truth, and that's it. So why this is popping up, I don't know, but now it's popping out, is resurfacing it. And the thing that you put in conjunction with this interview of 2008 of FHM, where you see that Amber H seemed to be a lover of DRUGS. She's a lover of older men, and she enjoys the company of older men, apparently. So the girl from Austin, Texas is smart not just because she sat reading The Portable Atheist written by thirsty intellectual Christopher Hitchens during breaks in FHM photoshoot, but easily smart enough to avoid being embarrassed by some of the crap she had to do on the way to the top. So telling us that basically on the way to the top she did whatever it took, right? So you're never too old. All the guys I date are older than me. It's actually a sickness, like an addiction. I think I've seen actually this snippet already in the past. We reacted on another video, but in conjunction now with Valentino some years later, it's interesting to see, because this is an interview 7 October 2008. It's also verifiable because the interview by Andrew Atkinson maybe can be found in the archives, you know. So it's interesting what she was saying. She likes annoying men. I think a lot of men think they love me. It's about finding someone who pisses me off. I'm in it for the challenge. This is actually quite interesting, because she's like, oh my God, men, they love me. I can't stand. They think they love me, but I want to be rebellious. Actually, Johnny Depp, if you remember, he was the one saying that Miss Heard has a need for conflict. And those are his words, not mine. I'm just repeating what I heard at the trial. So it's interesting to see that almost 15 years before, we have some kind of hint out of her own admission in an interview. Whether or not she was playing around, we don't know. But that's what it's written there somehow, that she liked to piss off people and be in for the challenge. Translation, maybe get feisty, I don't know. And she knows her limit. Will my downfall be through sex, drugs, or money? I'm all about moderation, so all of the above, I think. So she also trying to be funny right there. Edgy, I'm gonna fall by all of them, not just one of those things. So, very interesting interview in conjunction with the after relationship with the Valentino, which ended in 2006. And again, somewhere I read she was the fiancé, or he was the fiancé. So I wonder if there were any ideas or desire to actually marry. They already proposed to her, and then she went on to take care more of her career. I have to admit, feels like that she was also very young, very busy already early on with finding somebody that could perhaps help her out in her career. Doesn't seem like a coincidence here. But again, who am I? So here we have with Elon Musk also with this infamous or famous face with the red spot. I do have to admit, I've seen Elon Musk in other places, in other pictures where he had a little bit of sensitive skin. It could be some type of rosacea, some type of very sensitive skin that he gets blushed if he's sweating or whatever. So I don't know whether or not this was due to an altercation. We can only speculate, also because it's the only one you have. I know that everybody loves to get more out of something against this woman, but we also have to be fair in the way that we don't have to imagine stuff. Otherwise, we are not any better than the stands, her stance, with constantly modify the truth and lie. We don't lie. We just want to share the truth. I don't want to misinform people. I don't know who this dude is, but wine seems to be like something very common, a recurrent theme in the life of this person, especially after we reported on the infamous wine trip with the daughter just a few days ago in England. We reported on that as well. This is Vito Schnabel, if I remember correctly. He's the son of Julian Schnabel. You know what? It's interesting here. Little anecdote. You learn something. Julian Schnabel actually is a friend of Johnny Depp. They worked together on Before Nightfall, which was a movie of a Cuban writer interpreted by Javier Bardem. And I think maybe those are also the first time Javier Bardem and Johnny Depp played together. And Johnny Depp was playing actually a trans woman in this jail in Cuba. So quite interesting connection right there. Strange loop. Again, we have here Valentino. You know what? Valentino is a little bit of red chick here. I know I'm being the devil's advocate here, but nevertheless, we have somebody that loves showing herself with the reddened cheeks in pictures. So I wonder what happened here. Was this a Bruce kit or was something else? I have to admit, actually, this chick looks a little bit redder than the other. What? Oh my god. I don't want to imagine stuff. Alright guys, let's close this video. The portion in the beginning that I've shown you of this TikToker sharing Valentina's word, apparently, allegedly, about what he went through with AH, needs to be verified. It needs to be verified because if that turns out to be true and nobody has spoken about that, that's another huge bombshell that goes together with the woman she was married afterward, that we know she was jailed for, well, at least a night, and then she was released. And we have to look into it. I know people are upset because it seems that they found the Valentino Laños page and he seems like a Trump supporter, so people are already upset about that. But we are not talking about this now, okay? We're talking about whether or not this woman did what he did to this man, and if this man had to go through therapy. So, wow. I don't know what to say, guys. This is if it's true, it is a freaking bombshell right there. Valentino would be nice if Valentino came forward to say something right now, honestly, because not that we need more proof, but it's interesting that the more we go forward, the more stuff emerges about AH. It's just uncanny, honestly. It's just really, really freaking weird. It's like we are not asking for it, and all of a sudden, before you know, there is more stuff emerging from the past of this strange character that we are covering. So, guys, again, please subscribe. Always spread love. Let me know if you know something more in the comments below, and we're gonna dig into this. All right? Ciao.